The beauty of trance is that you reach the potential, and if you're lucky once in a while, experience the creative flow of the divine. What do we really mean by the divine? Well, of course, some people will use the word God. For me, it's not a word. For me, it is a power, and for those who think of the word God, for them it is a power too. But I don't think of it in terms of a word or a name. But it is that essence that runs through everything, every molecule of water. So it's in every drop of rain, every river, every ocean. It's in every tree, every leaf, every root. It's in every creature, including humans. It's in the mountains, it's in the sky, it's in the air, it's in the wind, it's in the clouds, it's in the colours. It's in everything we perceive, because how we see our world, whether it's with our eyes or with our mind, it's within and it is without. And it is an amazing force, the creative flow of the divine. In the trance state, of course, it is touched at times through art, through words, perhaps some wisdom, perhaps some poetry, perhaps some prose. Also in writing in the state of trance. And healing. Healing is the most incredible creative flow of the divine, where in the trance state, with the power of intention, we allow ourselves to intend to be that channel, that hollow bone, so that those that need the healing can align to that creative force of the divine. In a sense, we aren't the healers, we are the intenders, but we are the creators of the moment where that alignment can take place and the creative flow of the divine can heal, can speak, can write, can paint, can draw, can compose music. Many of our great artists have spoken before about being aware of this sense and this presence with them when they have created some of their finest works. If we look at more modern times, we are able to liken it to a rock musician going into a jam session where all night they continue creating music. It is an altered state that they have achieved, and some of their great work has been expressed in this trance-like state. And by the end of the night, exhausted, they emerge from the recording studio and have lost that sense of time. You told most people to play a set of drums or a guitar for 12 hours straight. It would be very difficult, and it's not impossible, but to do it and to have no sense, just go with it, to flow with it, is something else. Great and wonderful things happen in trance when we're in the creative flow of the divine. The first thing is the presence of the spirit is so strong and tangible. It can be at times quite overwhelming, but it's magical. A part of me wishes that mediumship in the future was not about demonstrating on stages and platforms. It was about people coming together to be guided to sit together and sit in the presence of spirit and experience that creative flow of the divine. And throughout different religions, that is expressed and done in different ways. We see people going into an altered state and speaking in tongues and having no memory of it, having no sense of controlling it. And that's the interesting thing with trance, is the word control. We've already talked many times about trance and it being mental mediumship and the sense of control, where we have invited the spirit world to blend, to harmonize, to work with us and cooperate in this work, where we've surrendered the control of the situation and trusted the power of spirit. And the power of spirit is the creative flow of the divine. It might be that the medium does speak and speaks words of wisdom and has a name and a personality that has been installed, if you like, with that experience. Ultimately, I believe it's the creative flow of the divine. And it is a remarkable thing to experience. One expression of speaking that I think is fantastic is something that fascinates me called Xenoglossia. And that is when in trance, the speaking medium is speaking in a language, another language that they don't know. It's pretty incredible. I've had a little taster of it myself when I was working in Germany, but I'm not someone who speaks another language fluently. But there are great mediums who were able to give demonstrations of trance in countries they had never visited and to conduct the whole trance experience in a language they don't know. The medium Bertha Harris was known for Xenoglossia, and she travelled the world. And I think it's an incredible thing, because when you're in that creative flow of the divine, the intelligence is there. And the intelligence was there to know that if she trusted and surrendered the control of her mind to the spirit, to the power, to the presence, to the flow, to the divine, then wonderful things could happen. And she didn't need translating as a result. It really is a very special feeling. It's where that presence of spirit is. For me, a demonstration of trance is never about what's said. It's never about the phenomena. It's about the power, the presence, and the creative flow of the divine. There is nothing to compare.